What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're getting into my Week 13 college football predictions video. Before we get into it, let's look at Week 12, what I got right and what I got wrong here. Starting out with the first game, we had SMU taking on Memphis. Very tight game, but the Mustangs have had a really good season. They go to Memphis, pull off the upset, and I got that one wrong. Then the next game was picking an upset pick here with Miami over Louisville. Didn't get that one right. Louisville pulled out in the end in that one to get the win. And then the big upset, Appalachian State upsets James Madison. That's James Madison's first loss of the season, unfortunately for them. But Appalachian State, we know how good of a program this has been over the past decade or so. And they get the job done over James Madison. And then Arizona against Utah. Got the Arizona pick right there. They come out. I guess that was an upset pick according to most people, but Arizona was the better team in that one. They've been playing really good football lately. Did get the Iowa game right over Illinois. About what I thought it would be, a very low-scoring game. Illinois almost won this one, but Iowa came out on top. Did get the Clemson game right over North Carolina. An upset there. Predicted that one right. Did get the Air Force game wrong. UNLV pulls off the win, but close game. Good win from UNLV, though. Got the Kansas State upset right over Kansas. Kansas State goes on the road to get that one, that job done. Great win for Kansas State right there. And then Washington versus Oregon State. Very close game between those two, but Washington, the Huskies came out, played the better game, and just barely win that one to stay undefeated on the season. And then finally got the Texas game right over Iowa State right there. So that would mean my record was 6-4 over those 10 games. That means I'm 73-47 on the year, which isn't the worst, but it's not. I don't think it was as good as last season, but that's okay. All right, so let's get into my Week 13 picks. Now we got the big one, the massive game for playoff implications. Ohio State takes on Michigan. This one's being played in Michigan. Last season, we obviously know what happened. Michigan got the win there. And I am going to go with the Wolverines. I do think they have a more experienced quarterback in the building right now that's going to lead them to a victory here. I like Michigan as a team. I don't know if Jim Harbaugh should be back, right? Let's see. So Jim Harbaugh is not coaching then versus, I guess Jim Harbaugh's out for the year. Okay, so never mind. I think with Jim Harbaugh not coaching, I am going to go with Ohio State there. That's a big factor in this game. I know their offensive coordinator's done a good job filling in for Jim Harbaugh. Sorry, I thought Jim Harbaugh was only suspended for a few games or something, but I guess he's still suspended right now. So I am going to go with Ohio State in this one to pull off the win over Michigan. Then we have Louisville taking on Kentucky, 10 versus 6. I'm not going to count against Louisville this time. Give me the Cardinals to pull off the win there. San Jose State against UNLV. Not going to count on UNLV again. They played really good against Air Force. Against a worse San Jose State team, I do expect them to pull off this win right there. And then we have a good matchup between Northwestern and Illinois. Illinois needed that win against Iowa last week. Didn't get it. Now they need a win against Northwestern, a good program. I am going to go with the Fighting Illini because it's at home. They played a good game against Iowa. They got a solid defense. So give me Illinois in this one to pull off the win and even out those two records. But that one, as we can see, 50-50. That one can go either way. Then we have Wisconsin versus Minnesota. The Golden Gophers need to get a win to be in bowl eligibility. I do think Wisconsin, though, is the better program at this point. That Wisconsin team is a good program. So give me the Badgers to pull off the win. And then we have Virginia taking on Virginia Tech, a rivalry game. Virginia's been a bad team this season. Virginia Tech's been not great either, though. But I am going to go with the Hokies, though, in a must-win game for them to handle their business there to get into the bowl eligibility. Next up, we have Jacksonville State against New Mexico State. Give me New Mexico State in that one. I just don't trust that. Jacksonville State's going to be able to go on the road and beat New Mexico State. Have I had any upsets so far? I mean, I guess the Ohio State one's an upset and the Illinois one. Kind of an upset there, but yeah, just make sure about that. Kansas versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati's not started out the Big 12 how they would want to. They have not been a great team this season. The Jayhawks are the better team. They'll bounce back from a tough loss last week. So give me Kansas. Then we have Clemson versus South Carolina, and Clemson's back into the top 25, but this is like the most Clemson thing to do is to lose to a South Carolina team. So I'm going to go with South Carolina. Spencer Rattler, or whatever his name is going to come out, play a good game. Clemson, it seems like this season, just whenever they get the momentum, they lose a game like this. And I think they're going to lose to a team like South Carolina to kick them out of the top 25. And then rounding it out, NC State, North Carolina. North Carolina looking to bounce back from last week. I've been very impressed with this NC State program, though. They're kind of trending up this season. North Carolina's been trending down. I really like what NC State's been doing, so I'm going to go with the Wolfpack in this one to get the win over North Carolina. All right, anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this video today. Hopefully you all enjoyed the content. Comment down below your predictions. Anyway, guys,